Welcome to Tech Talk Thursday. Hold on. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm still waking up.
Yeah.
I'm still waking up. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux, and it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Of course, I am joined this week and every week the Kev, it's your boy Kev in the building.
Yeah. Wow. So glad the building that I'm in is still standing.
Yes.
And full of lights. Yikes.
Yes, definitely. Heart goes out to those over on at or near Appalachia.
Yeah. Appalachia.
Florida.
Appalachia got hits.
Yes. There was a TikTok that was I saw today. They posted pictures of like before Helene and after Helene, and there's like it's like a picture of the US at night.
Yeah.
And you can see like a gash in the light, like kind of like the light pollution from the US where Helene hit because nobody has power there.
Yeah. Like yeah. Helene did that big one, and I was kind of in the middle of it. Like it caught us truly and utterly off guard. Like, like it was like as soon as I got off of the phone, as soon as I got off the call with y'all, an hour later, power went out, and then the storm whipped. And I was like, I know our house was one of the lucky ones because we got all our trees down like the week before. Like it was me like frustrated, being like, oh, I can't sleep because all this sawing. I'm like, so yeah. So we kind of like escaped it. I think the only bit of damage that we had was like a branch hit our AC unit. Our AC's fine. And a shutter blew off. And I'm like, I'm really truly surprised only one of our shutters blew off. Because I would swear like there was going to be like I was going to be like out picking my shutters out of the yard, and then to go next door and then to see a tree on my neighbor's house. Which was the wild part is like our tree man was like, hey, like our neighbor had called over our tree man while he was cutting our trees down, and it was like, hey, how much would to cut that tree down? And he was all like, the tree guy was like, oh, it's gonna be this amount, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, that's too rich for my blood now, but I guess that, but now, yikes, and it's like now you can just see like the tarp over his house. You can see like green tarp over his house. He's cut the tree down, and I'm like, bro, waiting for the FEMA pickup. Yikes, bro. I was like, I'm so glad. And then to look like, see trees like across, like not only see like trees across like roads, but on people's houses and through people's houses. Oh, we were blessed. Some people would say luck, I would say blessed. So, and then of course we were out of power for like 3.5 days. It was not a nice situation. But we were good. I'm good. The Pixel 8a held. Bay colored.
Can send a gift though.
Huh?
Couldn't send a gift though.
Not couldn't send a gift. I couldn't send a gift because the cell towers were acting up. I wasn't because cell towers were not good though. So I had to go ahead and say, you know what? Type kiss my ass in. Like, I couldn't do the gift. I couldn't do the kiss my ass gift because the cell towers were being weird. But when I could, that gift's coming, bro. Like I say, that's more Verizon's fault than my phone.
Again, glad your family are okay. Hopefully wasn't too bad where you were.
No, it was bad, but it was no comparison to how bad Augusta was hit. Augusta got slapped. Augusta got slapped. Parts, like the deep parts. So, like I say, the whole state was out of power. But it was just the state got like Augusta got slapped. I was looking around neighborhoods in Augusta, and there was not a house that did not have a tree on it. There was rarely any house that did not have a tree on it. There were more trees down than up, and that was scary to me because it was like, yo, whole forest got blocked. It was like Matumbo. It was like just somebody just came and Matumboed all the trees around.
Which by the way, he passed.
So yeah, it was just a rough. Like I say, it was just like Georgia got slapped, but nowhere near the like West Carolina, like say North Carolina, like Asheville is just like
cut off.
Yeah, cut off
from the rest of us.
Right.
I
only
looked
accessible
at some
by
of the
air.
I looked at some of the pictures. I looked at some of the videos, and as I recognized places I had visited just 2 years ago, and it's like, yo, I was just there, and like, and it's hard to do that because the water was up to the roofs.
Yeah.
I heard it.
A mini major approaches.
You heard what? You heard what?
What'd you hear, Brett?
I heard the video started.
You heard what video start?
I heard the channel.
How?
By your loud voice.
Oh, so you just knew something was happening because I was talking to somebody. I could have been on the phone.
But I was literally in the shower.
You were in the shower?
No, I was literally in bath time.
And you just heard my voice?
Yeah, they sped up the bath time a little bit.
So do you have anything to contribute, anything to talk about Hurricane Helene?
What's that?
It's a hurricane named Helene.
Where did it come from?
I assume the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
The Gulf of Mexico.
Well, if any of you played the PS5.
Well, we're talking about a hurricane right now, not the PS5.
Although
there are people who have lost their lives, lost their homes, lost their jobs. There's a city that's only accessible only via a helicopter. There's no road that goes to the city.
Yeah.
One thing is, does the Earth have a volcano?
What does this got to do with a hurricane? I want to know what your thoughts are on Hurricane Helene and the devastating damage that it's done to the United States.
Is this hurricane a fire hurricane?
No, it's a regular hurricane. It's no fire hurricane. We're dealing in reality here, not a video game.
Oh,
we're talking
I
about
can't.
Real people.
Oh Lord, not a fire hurricane. No.
I'm serious. I'm not talking about food, okay?
Well, there's no such thing as a fire hurricane.
Child, I wouldn't put it past the next.
Did a volcano make there?
No, there's no volcanoes. We're talking about a hurricane.
Okay, but what about all of this?
Huh?
Why is there a meeting about hurricanes?
We're not. We're talking about the devastation that the hurricane. Okay, but what about the hurricane? We're talking about the hurricane. What about the destruction that it wrought? There are people who don't have any power. There are people who don't have food, clean water.
Because they're in the desert. There's no water and food.
No. They're not in the desert. They're in the mountains. Do you have anything to say to the people? Kind of help them out? Any words or messages of hope that you have for the people?
I have nothing to say about that zombie you.
There's no zombies. There are no zombies. No, people just got affected by a hurricane. We're talking about a hurricane.
There's one thing to say about the zombie that showed up.
Huh?
That showed up on one of your videos.
What does it have to do with the hurricane, nobody?
I deleted it and replaced it with Summer, so you won't have to see that one ever again.
I'm confused. We're talking about a hurricane. Do you have any words of encouragement for the people affected by the hurricane? Anything to help them get through this dark time in their lives?
Is there any water there? Did they take the water?
It's contaminated. They can't drink the water there. They have to have like bottled water. And people are having to bring it in via helicopter.
In Canada or the USA?
Huh?
In Canada or the USA?
In the U.S., buddy. It's in Asheville. It's about 5 hours from here. To the west.
I'll get the directions there.
So are you going to visit Asheville to help them out? I don't know who's going to take you.
It's like every day I just keep looking at the side and I don't see a helicopter surrounding my class.
There's a helicopter surrounding your class.
Yeah.
Was the FBI after you?
One of my classmates thinks it was different, like they're filming something. It's like the helicopter is filming something. I don't know what they're doing at my building, but at least I know it's there.
That's concerning.
Is there any tornadoes?
I'm pretty sure there were plenty of tornadoes during that hurricane, yes.
Did it break all the buildings?
There's probably a substantial amount of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
How many schools have been broken into pieces?
I'm pretty sure a lot of them have some water damage. There are probably some other wind-related damage from either the hurricane, tornadoes that may have been in the area.
If I learned that when they get to Mexico, and my class gets to Mexico, I'm gonna bring you some hurricane facts. And right now we're pouring towards Haiti.
You're going to Haiti?
I wouldn't recommend it, little man.
Port-au-Prince? You're going to Port-au-Prince, Haiti?
Yes.
Why are you going to Port-au-Prince? I think they're okay. I don't think they're having a hurricane right now. They're having some civil unrest, but...
No.
Yeah.
Not civil unrest. It's an earthquake.
Oh, yes. There was an earthquake in Haiti like a decade ago.
He's too soft, Jerry.
And that page was called... From the book of the class.
Toussaint.
Out of the Rubble.
You trying to get people out of the rubble? People. I think everybody who could be out of the rubble is out of the rubble in Port-au-Prince. People need help in Asheville and Augusta and in Tennessee right now. Huh?
I can tell you how many schools have been destroyed there. 1,400 schools have been destroyed there.
In Asheville?
Yes. No, not in Asheville. In Port-au-Prince.
That's true.
In Port-au-Prince.
Okay. So you're gonna help build schools in Port-au-Prince?
Where I saw that fact.
Well, why don't you come here and talk instead of pacing?
When I saw that fact, I was really surprised.
I hate to see you figuratively be surprised. This is a lot of schools that have been destroyed. You're right.
We're still on this page. The direction I'm pointing at is literally this page.
Okay. Well, how many schools do you think have been destroyed in Asheville?
I don't know yet. Like 1,000.
I don't think they have 1,000 schools in Asheville.
A quadrillion.
I don't think there are that many schools in Asheville.
How many?
I don't know, buddy.
Then like Mexico has a tornado that like destroyed a quadrillion schools.
I mean, this is not an indictment on Mexico's education system, but I don't think they have a quadrillion schools. I really don't think there is a quadrillion anything that humans have made. Let alone schools. But we're talking about hate. We're not talking. Jeez, we're talking about Asheville though. We're talking about the victims of Hurricane Helene. Do you hope that they can make it? They can kind of get their lives back together.
The laws back together. If they have a soccer field and they have a powerful soccer ball, they will really break the whole stadium.
And I don't think that's how that works. Well, I'm gonna let you go so you can
Nope.
so you can get back to.
This is my Father's Day gift, and there's literally a broken soccer field right here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go back downstairs so you can get ready for bed. Okay. Thank you for joining us. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye. Love you.
Bye, dude. Love you.
Kev says bye and he loves you.
Don't you even dare try to apologize for that.
Oh, I'm not.
That was amazing.
I'm not. Not even.
I'm jealous that I can't have conversations with my munchkin on stream too. And have her inundate me with Roblox. Roblox dramas.
Normally, I would have no idea where those conversations come from. However, yesterday, I noticed there was a paper on the refrigerator. His teacher sends like what they're going to cover for the month. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we're going to cover was like how difficult it is for other kids to get to school. So it took me aback when he mentioned Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Right.
And then I remembered the paper as, this is what he's learning about how difficult it would be for children in other countries to get to school because of natural disasters.
Yes.
And because he simply just regurgitates facts that he learned, and knowing nothing about Asheville, we were going to have this problem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. hopefully, yeah. Again, hopefully, like yeah, people who've been affected by the hurricane, who've been affected by the storm. It's rough. Like there are people like. Again, there are also pictures, videos coming out of Asheville of police officers guarding grocery stores with food that's going to go bad.
Mm-hmm.
There have been stories coming out of Asheville of people who are using their own or personal property. Remember, it's not private; it's personal. But using their own personal property to save people, to help.
Mm-hmm.
But is being told by the police, no, stop helping because you're messing with our efforts to help.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, I'm sorry. I just thought, maybe another helicopter could help, but it's whatever. Cool. I'll take my experience and my equipment and just go home then.
Yep.
The drones? What about the drones? What's happening with the drones? Unless you're talking about the drones that, we are sending and paying for to Israel to launch wars or to launch conflicts on multiple fronts. While FEMA is like, yeah, we can only give people $750.
Mm-hmm.
They said no drones, but that's the only thing that's getting medicine to some people in affected area. Oh.
Yeah.
Diogen, sir, excuse me. This isn't CrowdStrike. If they were hit by CrowdStrike and not Hurricane Helene, they would get the Uber Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, again, like I said, election is coming up. Election is coming up in November. Just keep that in mind when you see the homeless on the street. If you still see them on the street, if they haven't been scooped up by your local police, keep that in mind when your rent's too damn high. Keep that in mind when your food's too damn high. Keep that in mind when your bills keep going up. Keep that in mind when there are people who are stranded and who are looking for assistance from their government. Keep that in mind when you see people who are under rubble and not knowing if that is Asheville, Augusta, Gaza, West Bank, Lebanon, or Syria. Just keep that in mind. Kev, I do have some good news though. Thursday was a little bleak. Last Thursday was a little bleak. Last Wednesday was a little bleak. Things went sad. But as you may remember at the end of the show, after Kevin reamed me for not telling him things.
Telling us things. Me and Sin.
Fine, telling them things. I was let go. Oh, I was told to go to bed because I had an interview the next day, 10 a.m. for a job. I'm proud to announce, for those who may not have seen it already, mission accomplished, baby. Isn't there a button in Discord we could push? I forgot.
Hold on, I gotta pull up hand clap of praise now. There you go.
So yep. So this is the last month I've got of unemployment. I'll be starting at the end of October. Yes, Jerry. I was extended a job offer at MetLife last Friday. I start at the end of this month, October 28th. So yeah. It's all good. It's all good, but yeah, it's still like a month of unemployment still, and then about a month before I can get that first paycheck. But hey, it's coming. There's light at the end of the tunnel. It will be on LinkedIn, Jerry. It's fine. Yeah, time to get back into a sleep schedule. Yeah, about that. I'm playing a game that will probably be streamed either tomorrow or sometime next week. That has wrecked my sleep schedule because it has involved me listening to socialist podcasts and getting really deep into it while also playing this game. Let's see. It is a hybrid position. I'll be in Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So nothing changes here. Nothing will change here. I know the one thing that was about to change was like, well, if I'm not driving for Uber and I'm asking people to kind of hit up Coffee and Patreon, maybe I should provide them content. I should write articles again. But yeah, that's not happening. I mean, it still technically could, but I'd hate for it to stop again a month later. Speaking of which, hey, I do have a job coming up. There will be pay, and I won't have to do this very long. But until then, I still need your support. Please hit us up. Code-feed.com/Major Linux, patreon.com/DeskChairAnalyst, and I think some people have been hitting up patreon.com/Major Linux.
What? I'm gonna say this.
Coffee is the preferred method to help get things in places faster.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be 100% on it. If you have the ability to donate, even despite the fact that Major has proper gainful employment, if you have the ability to do so, please keep supporting the channel, DCA analysts, and the podcast, because it will allow, because again, these voices need to be said, and this slant need to be said, because people who look like us don't make tech content. So please, if you feel so inclined to do so, please continue to support us in our efforts, because server costs be costing. And I won't Major to at least have one less thing to worry about in this world than also having to like continue to be able, and maybe Major, we can get Major to take a vacation. Who can say?
I mean, that's gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming soon,
right?
Maybe within the next year or so.
Because if one thing is true, two things are certain. If the real true welfare queens are the rich and powerful, who am I to say to yell to stop supporting us? If the federal government is telling them, hey, they need them billions, I think we could still use support.
Vacation, Major. Remember how long it took to get him to go on the 2 week summer break?
I mean, we literally threaten him every Thanksgiving. Be like, don't you bring your ass on this damn podcast the last week of November. You hear me? You need to be somewhere in a food-induced coma, watching football that you do not understand.
Excuse me, I understand and do somewhat like football. Let's not say things we don't mean. Let's not say shit we don't mean.
But that's what I'm saying. You need to be sitting there. You need to be sitting somewhere on the couch after eating turkey, watching football. That's what I need you to be.
See, the wrong part of that statement is assuming I'm eating turkey on Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving like that here. We just don't. Nobody really cares.
I love me some giant dry turkey. I do.
See, now that you said dry, like that's definitely a reason why I don't eat turkey.
Because what I then do is I take that turkey and I make into some beautiful turkey soup, turkey salad, and turkey hash. Turkey hash. See, so yeah, it's soup, salad.
The thing that I have to be careful about this Thanksgiving is I might get paid around Black Friday. Ooh. No, not ooh, because it'll be the first paycheck.
Right.
And it's like, I have to remember where I was just a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, no. Mm-hmm. Resist.
Yeah, because that's typically Black Friday for me is like, okay, this is when you're gonna buy. This is when you need all the things you need for the house that year. And then,
unfortunately for us, because things have broken over this past 20 months. It'll be 20 months by the time this all happens. 3 TVs have broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 unoperable, well, 2.5 unoperable TVs. There's one that still works, but the I guess the bulb, the light, the backlight for it has broken on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The TV that's in here broke almost like the first month of all of this. And the TV in our bedroom died last week.
Oof.
The
biggest of yikes.
For those who don't know, I posted on social last night, I sold my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Which is cool because he told us first.
Yes. I did. I told them first. Not because of the requirement, but because it was a sad thing. I didn't know if I wanted to share. So yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and yeah, like Dia just said, like there are just straight up bills. There are things I have to get caught up on. It is Christmas. Yeah. The one thing my son did not mention when he was up here was the absolute fact he is getting a PS5 for Christmas.
Yeah.
What are you cheering for?
Hold on, I got to give a clap for that one. Hold on.
No. Cut that out. Cut it out. Nope. Stop it. Diogen, you say that.
He has a PC.
He's also said that too. Diogen said that too. But Diogen, you say it went from an Xbox to a PS5. No. According to my son, today, I spent time trying to convince him otherwise. Say, hey, instead of getting a PS5, get a Switch, right? Because then we would have went to a PS5 household, because then I would have gotten a PS5. Well, I was thinking about getting a PS5. Right. I said, hey, if Daddy gets a PS5, would you like to play Daddy's? No, because I want one all to myself. Would you share one with Daddy as you tune in the status where I'm playing game? Would you share your PS5 with Daddy? No, I want one all to myself. This will not be a PS5 household. It will be a PS5 bedroom, according to him.
Yeah. He said, Dad, I don't know what you're going to be playing, but me, I'm going to be playing a PS5.
And it's a thing too where so when when I was growing up, I asked for a PS2.
Mm-hmm.
My family got a PS2. And notice I said my family got a PS2.
Yeah, it was the family console. Yeah.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
My wife does not like that idea.
Oh, of course not.
She was like, no, it's not going to be the family PS5. It's going to be his. It's like, then we need to stop this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does not make any sense that an 8-year-old all by himself has a PS5 only to want to play Astrobot.
Mm-hmm.
And not the one that came out. He keeps talking about the one that's, when granted, I think he's talking about the one that just came out, but he keeps talking about the one that was the pack-in.
Playroom.
Yeah, he keeps saying Astrobot's Playroom and not Astrobot.
see that right there just cracks me up because it's like the equivalent of like you buying a Wii just to play Wii Sports.
I mean,
but then it's like
Wii Sports was really fucking good.
Yeah,
you could actually buy that game if you wanted to. Outside of it, you could buy Wii Sports.
I'm trying to think of a better. It's like buying a Wii to like play Me Channel.
In a way, but even then, like, still, like, it's like yes, but because like Astrobot Playroom is a literal fucking game. Still.
Yeah. It's just like, yo.
And it's like, I think he's talking about the actual game.
Okay,
I think he's talking about the $60, $70 product.
Yeah,
but he keeps saying Playroom.
Right.
Also because of the fact that they came out with Astrobot's Playroom and then the actual game, like almost literally the sequel, and call it Astrobot, which
that's not going to be confusing.
But then parents that don't know better, or parents who would do the shitty thing like the family PS5, like I want to do, and I definitely would do this other part too.
Yeah.
Have the pack in and say, you know what? I'm not paying $70. Here's the pack in. This is the one you asked for. It's Astrobot. Have fun.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, like, I wouldn't mind getting him a new Switch. I've been thinking about giving him my Switch, but he is so dead set on a console now. It's like, look, I've been trying to entice him with a new Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not working. I just do not. It's not so much the time he spends on the system that I'm concerned about. Oh, it is the time he spends on the system, because he does not spend enough to justify me buying $500 consoles for him.
Right.
It's not enough.
You're gonna.
Diogen, I have asked that question.
Yeah, we have literally had Diogen. We have literally had this discussion before, and Caden's like, no,
this dude is dead set.
I want a PS5 Pro, and it's like, okay,
not like this dude. Yeah. It got to a point where my wife had to we were trying to convince, like, when it dawned on us that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
My wife and I were like, all right, we got to talk him out of it. That day, I tried to have that conversation with him. I tried to just bribe him with so much shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
My wife had to kind of like hold me back because it got me. It got to me.
Not good cop, bad cop. Come on now.
No. Not good cop, bad cop. Like, Marcus, I see you were getting way too worked up. You were getting upset. You were getting visibly upset. Let's let this go for now.
It's like, all right. No, it's like almost like a negotiation. It's like, all right, guys, let's take a beat, and let's come back. Let's come back after lunch, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna come through to it. Yeah.
PS5 550. It is. I'm looking it up right now. $499.
Yep. Because
it is $450 with the for the discless version.
Mm-hmm. Now, what with me, I would love to do something for Munchkin. Like, I would want her to have a Switch Lite, because I think that's what she's been wanting. She's been kind of wanting the Switch Lite. She wants the pink Switch Lite, and because her big sister, has a Switch Lite, and it's the turquoise. And I'm just like, but I'm just worried about their treatment of it.
See, with the Switch Lite, I've seen child-proof cases.
Right, because I'm child-proof cases, and then maybe probably
that's what I wanted to do initially. Like, before I lost my job, I was looking at Switch Lites for him with the cases.
Because that's something that I've been wanting to do. Like I've been wanting to do like a big gesture for Munchkin, and we were in Walmart one day, and I would just like, go through the search. So I'm like, let's go by the game section. And so it's just like, do you want Switch? She says, yeah. I was like, what color? I like the pink one. You want Switch Lite? Okay. And I'm like, okay. So I'm just doing intel, because she comes over and plays the same 3 levels of Mario Wonder, and I'm like, that's cool, but could you play the 4th level? We could do another level, man. No, just these 3. Oh, just the one with the hippos. Okay, just the one with the hippos. All right.
And again, like, so you see where my frustration would be if all he wants to do is play Astro Bot on a $500 console,
right? Because it's like, dude, you want to just play 3 levels of a game,
And again, what he is thinking, he's going to put this PS5 in his room.
Right.
Mind you, like, okay, trying to bribe him with a Nintendo Switch, right? This dude also has a PC in his room.
Yeah.
I could spend less money and upgrade his PC to something that could be better than the PS5. Actually, no, it may be equivalent.
Yeah.
But we sit there and, like, he thinks he's going to have this PS5 in his room. Which, again, I am not my parents. He probably would. But yeah, it's... Dodging, where's the ban button? I'm gonna time you out. It's been a while since you've spoken out of pocket. I'm gonna time you out.
Dodging, you about to get time.
Look, I just got to a point where, like, oh my God, we could actually probably do this for him. And I'm like, damn, I'm not doing it. What the fuck am I thinking?
It was like you were right there, and then he like, it's like you're at a negotiation table. You're right there. You're like, you see the light, and then he's like, no, I want it in my room. And I'm like, bruv, no, we were right there. We were right there.
But see, the thing is, like, it would only either be in his room or it would be up here in this room.
Right.
Like, our living room is not designed to have things just laying about. Because, like, our TV is mounted above the fireplace. So there's nowhere else to really put anything. My wife does not want anything in there. So yeah, like, the PS5 is not going to be in the living room.
Okay.
So yeah, it'd either be in here or it'd be in his room. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not, I cannot do that. But also, it's like, and like, again, if he was any other kid, well, I could do the okie doke just fine. But see, he takes things really fucking personally. And it's like, I can't be a person who buys a PS5 before Christmas with him thinking at Christmas he's going to get one. And then he doesn't. And then he gets really fucking upset. It's just like a bad day.
Right.
Because homeboy still believes in Santa, and we are not about to shatter this illusion for him just so we can not buy the damn PS5.
Mm-hmm. I've just been like, Santa say you want. Santa said you wanted. You keep telling us you wanted your room. Santa said that's not gonna work for us.
Yeah, that might have to be the tactic at this point. It's like,
because I mean, you got to go along with what your parents say, and what your parents say is you can't have it in your room, so you just got to take what you got to get, son.
that might be what it takes. It's like, look, if you get a PS5, it has to be in Daddy's room.
Mm-hmm. Or that's non-negotiable. Santa will not take any otherwise.
Now, if he wants a Switch,
you want a Switch?
That, you know what? That might be that might be the tactic now.
Let's go. You have tuned into Father Talk Thursday.
Yeah, look, it's like we've been going for like what, half an hour, have not touched a single news article, yep. And I'm like, I'm really at this point
factual father figure.
I'm like debating if we do at this point because this conversation is really fucking good.
Because you know what, I would just say. Like I said, I was real talk. We can still do some stories.
Oh yeah, look, we knocked them out in like half an hour. So
yeah, but it's just like a level of like, this is just sometimes you just have to sit down with people and just say, let's just talk. You know what? I got a problem. Yeah. All right, let's talk it out. And then you end up realizing, you know what? Maybe that might actually work out. Like, look, son, here's your offers. Number one, you get a PS5. But it goes up here. That's not negotiable. Santa won't have it. But you get a Switch.
We need the infrastructure that requires it being up here
for it to be here, because Santa says the cables won't stretch. The cables got to be here. They won't stretch. So it's got to be here in the closest part. But you get a Switch.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, it's so
anywhere, brother.
Okay, there are two things. There's a question I want to get to, but first, because I realized we have not discussed this, especially for an audio podcast, even though it's been going on for about half an hour, and people probably figured it out by now. Sin's not here.
Yeah, Sin's not here.
Sin's not here. He is currently traveling. Wish him safe travels to wherever he is traveling to.
Yes.
Darjan asks, wait, so what's your objection against him having it in his room? It is not the objection I have with him having it in his room. I am trying to get him to not want one for himself to have.
Solely him.
Because again, it's a PS5, something that I would also like to play.
Yes.
Or just have.
Right. It would be better for him at his age to have a family console than to have a console for them to have the family console, as opposed to have a console for himself, only for himself, and nobody have access to it, because at that age, at his particular age, you know, they're like, no.
Dajin, I don't want to have to go to his room to play the PlayStation.
Because I think I can speak for Major. When we had our consoles, I'm like that, maybe not be able to speak truly for Major, because Major, you have siblings, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I can't speak. So truly, I cannot speak for Major. But when I was young, and like Super Nintendo came out, that was our consoles, because our parents had no other interest in video games whatsoever. Period. Because they seem.
My parents were the same, but it went a step further for me.
Right.
Video games were going to ruin us.
Right.
So you get special console access time.
Right. Yeah. Mine was, I could play it after set conditions. Have you eaten? Yes. Have you eaten? Have you done homework? Is your grade sufficient? Yes. Play as much as you want. This is the cutoff time, and then if you're past that cutoff time, it's taking away.
Yeah,
So it's like
mine was just taken away, and I had to ask during special occasions to play it.
you had to be like, please, sir, can I play some game?
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah. And that's something I do not want to do for my son. That's not me wanting to. Right. That's also not me wanting to put the console up here, because I'm like, look, dude, if you want to play it, you can play it.
You have access.
I'm almost like, it's almost to a point where it's like, if he wanted to just come up here now and play the Switch or the Xbox when it was here,
right?
He could do it now. I do not care. Right. If he could figure out, like, one, it's like this TV that we have and I have up here, it is very complicated to turn on.
Right.
So he does ask. But I will almost like sit there, kind of push that to the side for the PS5. Because, like, again, it's something he asked for, and if he wanted to play it, sure, we can play it. He's been really good about, you know, how to handle the controllers, how to turn things on and off with the consoles. He's good to go. Right. I'm good with that. It's having the console in his room that I don't want to go in because it smells like a small boy. Like a small growing boy who just now has developed very smelly sweat glands. To play a game, and then he gets very territorial too.
Right.
Like if I'm laying on a blanket on a couch that does not belong to me, it does not have to belong to him.
Right.
It just doesn't have to belong to me. Up until recently, he'll fight me for that blanket because it's not mine.
Right.
If it's my wife's, he will fight me for it. And if I do not give it to him, he will then go tell my wife about it. He will get upset about that. And those are the fights I really don't want to have anymore.
Like you don't want to have to be like, have a go back and forth on something, you know, like, oh, I'm just going to go in this room and play Spider-Man 2. That's also another thing where you're like, what's my dad in my room playing Spider-Man 2? Like,
yeah,
you know.
So again, Dodgen, with that, I do not mind it. If I was working or so one, so I don't work in this room. I have a room off to the side that I will work in. Because again, like I was about to say, well, he's in school. I don't have to worry about that. But I forget there is the summer months where I will probably be here and he'll be here too. I have another office that I can go into. If I need to go and hop on a call, I can close the door. Streaming, I normally stream at night. This is like occasionally I may stream during the day. That will very rarely happen during the summer because again, job now. So I'm streaming at night, normally an hour before his bedtime. So at that point, like, hey, you've got tablet to play. You got to get ready for bed. Also, with this stipulation in place, what I am hoping to do is say, hey, if you want the PS5, it has to go up in daddy's room. Maybe he'll back off and say he'll want the Switch because I'm allowing him to have the Switch in his bedroom. I do not care if there's a console in his bedroom.
Yeah.
It's just that one, I already have a Switch up here. Two, $500 console just to play Astrobot, and he gets very territorial when somebody else is playing the thing that he thinks is his. So I want to get him off of the idea of the PS5. That way I can buy it. He would still have access to a PS5. It just won't be his, and he can still play it whenever the fuck he wants to. And then he also gets a Switch. I feel like that's the best. That's the best scenario for him. But he is lockjaw on PS5.
That man's a mess. He's like non-negotiable when it comes to like with that thing in his room. He's like, it's non-negotiable.
Well, see, he hasn't said that yet, but I know that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere else for it to be. And when he says it's his, he's got his territory. That's his room. What's going on, Infamous? How you doing? How you living? How are you feeling? Oh, Jared, we are in the process of setting boundaries and stuff. Again, like for me to be more lax on the stuff than my parents were, it's still a thing of two, like, as much as I rail on parents who do not understand ESRB ratings or like talking to their children about the violent games that they may consume.
Oh,
I am that parent who will walk that walk and talk that talk. Like we will have those discussions. Like, hey, you can only play it at certain times. Make sure he gets his homework done. Because like even it's like his tablet is the one thing that always gets taken away. Because like he stepped out of line. He stepped out of pocket. So he knows like there are rules and stuff for this stuff. And like he gets where it's like, all right, I overstepped the line. That it may be a while before he gets the system again, before he gets his tablet again, before he gets access to stuff. And then he'll get it back. But yeah, there are boundaries that are set. Because sometimes he can act a little grown. He acts a little grown. And then daddy got to show him like, hey, I may give you some space and some capacity to do some things, to say some things. There's a line. Okay, backup plan. If your Switch plan don't work, he has the PS5 in his room, but he has to meet basic things like tidy room, improve hygiene, has to let you play it too. So, like that. Yeah, those are just rules, period. But yeah, I feel like there will be a lot more things tied to the system than are currently tied to his tablet and stuff, because that was a legacy thing from before he developed a lot of the motor skills and the social skills that he has now. But yeah, definitely when new things are being introduced into his life, there especially something like this. Yeah, there's gonna be some more stuff that's gonna be tied to it, because I think I've shown y'all the bed he has. Dude, that dude has a kick-ass room, man. I hate going in there and look. There are like 3 Paw Patrol towers. Every week it's infrastructure week in that motherfucker's house, in that motherfucker's room. It does not make any sense.
Exactly. But like it's actual infrastructure week because it actually gets done.
Well, I mean, something get done. Some get done. I don't know. The towers are knocked over most of the time. Sometimes I may breathe in it the wrong way and Bowser's Castle starts playing music. But yeah. So that's all the stuff that's, I guess, going on in our lives.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've had one of those because we had to trim it. We had to trim the fat for the show.
It's like hurricanes and deep conversations about like PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Also, I do want to point out he was the first person I told I had a new job because he was the only person in the house.
Hey.
He did not get it. It took him a minute. It was like, oh, Dad's got a job. Hooray. It was like, yeah, this isn't the
awesome, Papa.
This is not even that. I would have taken that. It was just like, yeah, okay, cool. Was not the reaction I was hoping for.
It was like, cool, right.
Versus I fought this fight and it is a constant fight for many of the same reasons. So good luck. Yeah. I think Merge does understand the shit. Like if anybody, Merge understands what the fuck I'm about to go through.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Or say for those about to fight, we saw solution.
Yes, let's see. Let's actually get into some news now that my terrible, no good, very bad good luck has come in. Because now I actually have to think of things that I have to spend money on. It's like, oh shit. Let's see. In tech news this week, YouTube Shorts are becoming more useful. So many outages.
Yes.
And yet another Tesla recall.
If it ain't a day that ends in Y, boy, I tell you.
This is Tech Talk Thursdays. Let's get into it. Starting with YouTube Shorts can now run up to 3 minutes. The update comes into effect on October 15th. That's right. YouTube Shorts will now be useful for major Linux.
And KKS gaming videos, because trust me,
already been using them, so I don't know.
Ooh, boy, when I tell you, I cannot tell you the level of like punch the air I was when I saw that we can have 3-minute like shorts when I've been begging for 90 seconds. I've been begging, pleading for 90 seconds and we get 3 minutes. I was like, yo, because I'm telling you right now, nothing irks me more as a content creator than making a 60-second clip, taking a 60-second Twitch clip, converting it into the vertical video, and then posting it, and then having it say like, oh, it doesn't count for a short, baby. It's 1 second over. We say it's 1 second over. It's 60 seconds. No, it's a minute and a second. Why is it a minute and a second? Oh, I don't know. Formatting wise, I couldn't really tell you. So, and then I lose out all the benefits from having a YouTube short and be a video. And then I can't even see it. Like, where is it? And because shorts and videos are in 2 different sections. So I'm like, where did my upload go? And then it's like, oh, I check videos and it's there.
You know what?
Nothing.
I would appreciate it if they just remove that limit altogether. So look, YouTube Shorts, or like, just call them YouTube Verticals.
Right, just call them YouTube Verticals or YouTube Reels or whatever.
Like,
I would make them longer, dude.
I would like to remove all vertical videos from YouTube proper.
Cause like I say, real talk, it's like, like YouTube is fighting with not with a minute, and TikTok for whatever reason got 60 second shorts, and I'm sitting up there like, I can't understand, what are we doing at this point? I'm fighting for 90 seconds.
Jerry's something like, I don't know if I want to watch a 3-minute short. I will watch a whole. This is how bad it is for me. On TikTok, I will watch probably a good long ass video. Like, More Perfect Union videos are very fucking long. And I will sit, and it's not, what's worse about them is they take the YouTube video that they made, post it to TikTok. So it's like, I'm holding the phone like this to watch a video that was meant to be watched like this.
Yeah. Like,
but I'm still there, baby, because again, it's like, those videos are nothing I have to really watch. Like, I kind of listen to them like podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'll just like put the phone on the bed, because like I normally watch a TikTok in bed. I'll put the phone down and just listen to the audio. Nah, like that's where the long TikTok, that's where the meat is. That's where you learn things. That's how I learned about Palestine. But TikTok started allowing for longer videos, which means people can actually sit there and explain to you what the hell is happening in Gaza. I was like, all right. Because like, it's not like I would have seeked them out on YouTube. Let alone YouTube even surfacing that shit. Jerry, I have to learn everywhere. I have to know what is happening. I love long ass TikTok videos.
The way I just be sitting up there watching some long ass satisfying clips, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch this. Oh, you're cleaning hedges? Oh, I watch it. I got 10 minutes to kill. Wrap it up. Let's go.
If I could, I'd post this podcast on TikTok. But we are here for 3 hours, so no.
It wouldn't make it.
It would not.
It wouldn't make it through, no. But like I say, I was literally punching air, because I was like, all I've been asking was for 90 seconds, just so I can actually post my TikToks on, so I can actually just be able to post my TikToks, or make my little unboxings. Sometimes my unboxings are never like a minute. I want to maybe it might be 90 seconds, maybe it might be 2 minutes. I want to be able to post my stuff there and make it look nice. But
I will at least say for youtube.com/MajorLinux, the shorts are probably going to be more political than the rest of the content that's on the channel. Like the channel will be like, hey, here are the podcasts, which do get somewhat political. I mean, well, actually, let me take that back. Everything is inherently political. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, everything is inherently political, but whether it's overtly political is another thing.
Yes.
Like this show mixes it in. There's also just a lot of video game content where I'm not overtly talking about politics, but the shorts, for the most part, when I get the muster to actually record something, just know for one, something really done fucking pissed me off that day. Was I felt the need to record a video about it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'd be on Mastodon. But yeah, so yeah, YouTube Shorts, 3 minutes. Good job. Be here on October 15th.
I'll have content for it. I'll be ready.
Now, this is something I wanted to have somewhat of a discussion of, and I'm not sure how much of one we'll have. But yeah, up to 600 million Facebook and Instagram passwords were stored in plain text. The security breach was discovered in 2019, but had reportedly existed for 7 years, as Engadget reports. While Meta didn't say how many accounts were affected, a senior employee told Krebs on security back then that the incident involved up to 600 million passwords. Some of the passwords have been stored in easily readable format in the company server since 2012. Now, I saw somebody on Mastodon not too long after the story came out who made the claim that when stuff like this happens, engineers are quick to just not take any blame for the situation. Like it always seems to fall at the feet of the managers or the company, which again, management still. But engineers are like, yo, that won't us. And it kind of
not on us, yo.
Huh?
Not on us, yo.
Yeah, it won't be here. And for what it's worth, I did stand up and say, it's the cow, so they aren't entirely wrong. Did you see that discussion, Takao? Like there was, so after he had made, but yeah, so after this guy had made statements like, he made statements like that, several people kind of came up, including myself, and said like, this isn't malicious engineers. This isn't engineers who are being negligent or wanting to be negligent, or like the engineers don't care about the users for it to have been discovered like it was. What we were trying to get him to see was like, hey, these things do happen. Mistakes are made. We don't know how this one went down, but for the most part, it's not the fact that the engineers don't care. The engineers would love to fix the problem. They want to fix the hole.
Mm-hmm.
But tech creep happens. Management's like, hey, we want to keep moving, but there's no, we got to keep moving. Like we'll fix that later, and nobody ever gets to it. But he always came back, and what was really creepy to me was he always came back to the engineers. Oh, so the engineers don't care about the users, that they just let it happen? We were like, dog, like, and I actually had to say, it's like, do either you are management or you're an engineer who worked at an amazing company that allowed you to go back and fix shit like every time. But but because I can tell you, there are engineers who are not malicious, who are not going to let that happen. Like, for the most part, the engineers are not going to let that happen. I cannot sit here and blame the engineers or hold the engineers responsible. This is a company. You chose to be the head of a company for a reason. You have to own up to this.
Right.
As management.
I often always blame those who have the budget and the infrastructure to make sure that, to basically to say I always blame those who are saying, no, we can't do it. And you control the purse strings and the purse strings and money to make sure people don't do that. And so when it then becomes a problem, then it's all like, oh, we weren't aware, we weren't clear enough. And clearly then there's emails that come out and say, well, clearly you did know because you told us to not fix it. And we're telling you it's a problem. It's gonna be a problem. We need to fix it.
Yeah, so like it was really weird. Like that guy was like, but the engineers don't care. So it's like you would sit there and leave that hole for your job. But like, I mean, I don't know. Like if somebody, and this happened like the day after I accepted a job offer. So I'm like, as much as it pains me to say that, kinda yeah. That hole would probably have been left there. Because I was told to focus on something else. And if I did the thing that my manager told me not to do, for fear of losing my job,
Tell it.
I would have lost it.
Tell it. Exactly.
So it's like, it's not that I do not care about the users. Ultimately, they don't get to decide whether I keep my job or not.
Right.
And I gotta, like, if we weren't in a survival mindset,
clock it.
If we weren't in a survival mindset, then sure, I'll say, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go fix that hole.
Yeah.
But it may not be that easy. It may take more resources. And managers do not want to spend time, money, resources on things that aren't going to be growth drivers or growth factors.
Yeah.
So it's like, dog, like, I don't know what to tell you here. Like, it's not like, it's not, and it also is not like I'm an engineer, but again, like, I know. I mean, most of us are in that space, very close to it, can touch it. Some of us in the community are. It can speak to the fact that, hey, we would love to make sure that this is, pristine, all the holes are plugged, everything. But when somebody's yanking that chain because, again, they got your money, ain't shit you can do.
I'm with Merge on this. When the move fast and break things.
Yeah. Like, Agile is the worst. And yet I'm going into a shop that uses Agile. Because that's the tech world nowadays. But yeah, like, to sit there and say like engineers do not have the user base at heart when it comes to shit like this. Well, it was a very shitty. I could not stand on that. I couldn't sit with that on multiple levels. It's like, no, sir. What we're not gonna do. What we're not gonna do is blame the workers for this.
See, what we not finna do is this shit. Okay.
In more meta news, those Meta Ray-Bans? So college students were able to figure out how to use them to dox people in near real time.
Look, yikes.
2 Harvard students have created an eerie demo of how smart glasses can use facial recognition tech to instantly dox people's identities phone numbers and addresses. The most unsettling part is the demo uses current widely available technology like the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses and public databases. We are finally at an age where we can actually play Watch Dogs in real life.
The biggest of yikes.
Let's see. The two students had posted a video on Twitter, kind of showing off what it does. So yeah, like the glasses will take a picture. The picture gets kind of sent back to a computer that's running the face that it took a picture of through facial recognition, using AI, or they're using like an AI facial recognition program, which will try to find other pictures, which can find like a user's name, and then using other AI to kind of go through a whole bunch of other websites and databases I think it was voter registration information to find phone numbers and addresses, along with other information that could be tied to the user or to the person that is being doxxed. And then it gets sent back to the phone in a nice, easy to read website, mobile website. Not so, Tiger, I'm not sure when you would ask that question, but they were using, for one, voter registration databases, which are publicly available. I don't think home addresses are listed there, at least not on like a publicly available database, but your name, registration date, county in which you vote in, districts you're able to vote in, or at least in North Carolina, that's publicly available. Well, not here. I don't think the last four of the social is listed on the public database here. But then also I think some DMV records might be there too, and I'm not sure what's available there. I've not looked myself up in a DMV database. I was just in a forum where devs were complaining about Apple not giving developers access to the front camera feeds. This is why. For the Vision Pro. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. This is fucking wild, man. Like, to think like we were sitting there playing fucking Watch Dogs and was like, man, like, aren't you glad you can't do this in real life?
Yeah.
And now
I was like, that was the one thing I always noticed about like CTOS. It was way too plausible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was way too plausible. A thing that would happen. It wasn't impossible, it was just improbable. But somebody was gonna figure out a way.
And then look at it. Look at this picture. Look at this picture of Marcus Holloway. He's wearing shades.
Yep.
So there's nothing to say like, hey, those weren't Ray-Ban Metas, or they like it's not a pair of glasses that had a camera in it.
You think about Wrench, like with the full face mask.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fucking Wrench, bro.
How is he seeing out of that?
I was like, how is Wrench? How is Wrench also making the eyes move, like the expressions?
Now, I can't explain Aiden Pierce here. He was definitely not wearing shades.
Nah.
So I don't know what his in-story reason is, but at least for Marcus Holloway, we can say he was wearing the Ray-Bans. Which reminds me, I need to play that game. I need to play that game again.
Watch Dogs 2?
Yes, it is Black History Month in the UK.
Yeah, time to run it back.
Yeah, I should run it back.
Yeah.
Reddit changes a policy that makes site-wide protests nearly impossible. Essentially, they are now going They are saying that if you are planning to turn a subreddit private, you have to let a member of Reddit staff know before you do that.
Uh-huh. It smacks of suppression, methinks.
Yeah, yes, very much so. I mean, you got to protect that IPO. Like, look, this information, you said this information is going to be here. This has got to be here. Also, there are very, very expensive clients who are currently scraping that data to train things like Gemini. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I just got to the part of my Plex server where it's now covering the AI summary joint where they were talking about glue on pizza. So they explained. So I finally got the explanation as to why Google Gemini said it. I was, oh, you just taking shit straight from fucking Reddit. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're going to be scraping data, that Reddit would be the worst place to scrape data.
Yeah, the best worst place.
Yeah, the worst place to scrape data from. The Am I the Asshole subreddit alone, it's got doozies in there.
The messed up bit about this is that the only reason that Reddit is able to get away with this is because Reddit mods need the gratification. I mean, I would say, hey, you know what? Let's pay Reddit mods. Yeah, this is some fucked up shit.
It is. It truly is.
Going back to hurricane stuff for a second. Hurricane Helene barreled through a crucial chip mining area in North Carolina.
Yeah, it did.
So Takal asked, well, here's the thing, they don't get paid, so what keeps them from walking out and protest? I think the people who actually would have cared about that, who would have cared about getting paid or actually cared about Reddit's data being kind of, the user's data, have already walked out and are not coming back. Like, the people that are probably Reddit mods now are probably just like fucking scabs. If the mods were to unionize, I imagine these are the fucking scabs.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? They can have fun with that bullshit. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so Hurricane Helene barreled through a crucial chip mining area in North Carolina. Hurricane Helene brought historic rainfall and flooding to western North Carolina last week, leaving dozens dead and catastrophic damage stretching across the state's mountain towns. The devastation also reached a small town of Spruce Pine, which is home to the purest quartz on Earth. Spruce Pine's high-quality quartz is an essential ingredient in the chip-making process, as it's the only naturally occurring source of the ultra-pure mineral. The quartz mined from this area is used as a crucible to melt polysilicon, which is then used to produce silicon wafers, the base of a semiconductor. So either two things are going to happen after hearing this news. Either the price of your CPUs, GPUs, anything that uses the microchip is about to go the fuck up.
Yep.
Or the US is about to move heaven and fucking earth, literally, to get Spruce Pine back up and running.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost willing to bet it's going to be a little of column A and a little bit of column B. Because now they can claim scarcity, but it'd be artificial because they were able to get the town out from under the water.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they keep talking about a recession cycle. Can we just call it the fall of empire and get it over with?
I never subscribed to the whole recession thing. I always just say corporate greed, but you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm tired of this whole thing. Like, oh, it's a recession. No, it's not. We wouldn't have to be going through all of this if it wasn't for capitalists. What are we saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you say to feel better? You think that's air you're breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, it's just the fall of empire. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna get bad before it gets better. That's just how this. Mm-hmm.
And the longer we take for it to get better, like this on us now. So yeah, can't wait to see what's happening here. Okay. Well, I'm mad that the related article is just linked to is just a link to this article I'm currently looking at. Yeah, I did. So there was a bunch of rain and wind. The strange thing is, like, I was having my interviews for my job during, like, when things started picking up, like when rain was going sideways.
It's rain sideways.
And I remember I was talking to my dad. I was telling him the good news when, like, as the phone was close to my ear, I got 3 different emergency warnings all at once. Because the storm had gotten so bad here. Yeah, again, not as bad as Asheville, not as bad as Spruce Pine, not as bad as Augusta and parts of Tennessee. But yeah, like it like the wind and rain did hit here. It like, yeah, it wasn't that bad though. I will say that it was really odd it was really odd to go out in the rainstorm and it still be hot as fuck though. And I mean, you know, people were saying, hey, Helene got strong because of the hot ass water. I kind of believe it because it seemed like it was raining fucking hot shower water outside. It felt like a steamy ass bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Rain is not supposed to feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
Rain is supposed to make things cooler. But it was hot and sticky with the rain coming down. And I'm like, nah, dog, this is not it.
It's hot rain. Because that's what I was saying. Like, I knew we were having issues. I think it was at some point during the thing where we were like, hey, why is it taking so long for me to, like, get messages? Like, we would call people, we couldn't get through to people.
You were talking about this story, which I have not even started yet.
Yeah, because it was like, it was legit me talking about, across the thing. It's me. I was the story.
Yeah, so this week, earlier this week, Verizon says to fix the outage that brought mobile services down across the country.
Yeah.
This happened on Monday.
Yeah.
I did not.
That's when it happened.
I did not notice this happened at all.
Yeah.
I was totally relying on other people to tell me this when I posted the story. Like, hey, is it still down? Because, like, one, I'm in my house.
Well,
I did leave briefly to get a deep cleaning, which, oh my God, look, I'm not the best at brushing my teeth. I'm gonna put that out there right now. That's why I was at the dentist getting the fucking deep clean. Motherfucker. Dentist should be abolished. I'm sorry. I came out looking like I had a fucking stroke, man.
I'm telling you, the whole, like I say, the whole, like, dentistry has not changed that far since the fucking dentist. Dentist.
Look, I try to justify more. I said, look, the British don't go to the dentist like that.
it just got a little bit more sophisticated, and there's not somebody like taking a foot, putting their foot in your chest to extract a tooth. Like nobody's just. It's
Look,
not like you go to the same guy who cuts your hair and also yanks your teeth. Like it's
and slit your throat if you
different.
got a cold.
Yeah, because it's like it's wild, bro.
I had also told this, just a look. Well, we ain't had no dentists back in Africa, but then I thought, oh wait, we actually had natural foods back then. We ain't have all this damn sugar and processed shit. Fuck, we are just killing ourselves, aren't we?
And probably actually decent enough help, like teeth care, like.
I mean, we weren't eating shit that was rotting our teeth back then. Damn, fuck.
And then there's people who like chew the different barks and like
that fucking does it.
That takes care of their teeth. Like
Yeah.
it's like that's modern brushing. Like
Fuck,
have their
what
own
are we
exactly
doing?
have their own dental care.
What are we doing? Just,
And then you don't, and then you go, we're here, and then it's like we don't have access to dental care because reasons we all know. And then like then we don't have access to proper dental care because of also reasons. And now we have access to very sugary sodas and foods because again reasons. So yeah.
I will say that one of the things I was so glad about with this job is the fact that I actually have health insurance again. I will actually have health insurance again. I haven't had it. I have not had my own health insurance since 2022.
Yeah.
Which, it's not that bad.
Diogen hush. No Diogen. No. But anyway, back to the story.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, like I haven't been here for so long, and it just felt great to see the health, vision, and dental. And because I work at MetLife, I'm pretty sure life insurance too. Also having 401k again, even though I feel like we shouldn't have to have 401ks. The government should, take care of everybody. That's what its purpose is. But hey, yeah, I'm wondering how many rants I can go on now.
Yeah, but yes, yeah, I truly and utterly noticed that my thing was going down, and we were doing with Spot, and I was like, I'm making phone calls. I'm texting people, but it's not going through. My mom has the same band. I was on the same band that I have. I think it's like she has track phone. I have track phone. I have variation of track phone, and so it's basically like another company owns had track phone. She just has straight track phone, and so we were like with track phones on like Verizon, so it's on the Verizon band, and so we're sitting up there trying to make phone calls, and we're like, how come our phone calls not going through? And I'm like, damn it, and I didn't even know it was going on. I didn't even know it was happening till like I seen the stories, and I was like, something must have going on with the towers. The towers are going out, and I'm like, oh please. And I'm like, I'm not even like trying to like watch TikToks. I'm not trying to do TikToks or Instagram reels. I'm just trying to like tweet people because I was doing like Twitter updates, letting people know that I was okay.
Because this was still when you didn't have power, right?
Yeah, this was during when I had power.
Oh, so you had power by this time. So you did have some way to get out, like text. To communicate out.
Right. So it was literally like my power I was having spotty connections, we was having spotty calls, and then it was like then all of a sudden we were like settling for the night and the power popped back on, and it scared the shit out of me because I was like, all of a sudden I've been sitting out here for no power for days. I left my light on, and then all of a sudden my power just kicks on and everything just kind of going like power, lights, Google, everything else comes on, and then I just get overstimulated and I just screamed because it was just kind of like, it's too much. I went from like having nothing to like a scene in 2001. Like
I remember when I was interning at State Farm back in 2009, and our apartment complex lost power one night. So damn, what the fuck happened? well, it's already late. Maybe I should go to bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go to bed, and next thing I know, I woke up, but my eyes were still closed. And it's like, you know that there's a difference. Like if it was dark and your eyes are closed, like it just looks black. But when there's light shining on it, it's just like, especially with brown folk, it looks a little orange. Tell me why I opened my eyes to see why the other side of my eyelids were looking orange. And I'm staring directly at the fucking light. I was like, shit.
Yeah. It was like too much. It was like way too much stimulation at once. And it was like, yeah.
Well, okay. So now the address to Kyle here. 401ks are useless. If you worked for the last 48 years and put in 20% of your check, then each dollar would have depreciated by the time you get access to it. $100,000 in the 1980s isn't the same as $100,000 in 2024. See, that's why the 401ks that's why they put them on the market.
Yeah.
And let your money grow with the economy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part I don't like.
Because somebody makes a bad bet. Oops, your money's gone.
Well, I don't know. Like if they keep putting in like in Black Rock, Vanguard, or State Street, and it's only going to go up.
It's going up, baby.
It's only going to go up, and it's like, well, fuck it.
Going up, baby.
I can see how this works, but also I just don't want it to work that way.
Like,
damn it, capitalism! You are in every facet of my life, and I hate this.
Capitalism is going to capitalize on everything you got going on, and trust me. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, every 17 years, those bad bets come home to roost. Everywhere except for BlackRock, baby.
Everywhere except BlackRock, yeah.
So yeah, apparently Verizon was down. It's been fixed. I hadn't noticed, but apparently Kev did. But he was also in a very vulnerable area compared to me.
Yeah. It was, yeah. And then when it was like, oh, the power went back on, the AT&T was like, I got you, homie. We got you. So it was like we had Wi-Fi back again, which also was Wi-Fi calling. So we was on and then of course we have a landline. So then the landline started working again. So we were like, yes, we're good. We are awesome. And so yeah, oof. That was, like I said, that was a struggle right there, because I was like literally like, I cannot even let the people know that I can't even let the people know that I love that I'm okay, and that's not a good feeling to have. No. And no, not at all. And that's something that I'm like, you don't know what you take for granted until everything fixes. Because, and it was so wild because I haven't had this phone that long to like notice what its capability could do. But then when I knew the set, when I went outside and I was like perusing, I realized, I'm like, this is the first 5G phone I've ever owned. So then I saw that 5G just boop, click on, and I'm just like, oh, this is different. Like, I'm loading stuff that's way faster than LTE. So it was kind of like, welcome. I'm in the 5G life. You know the vibes.
So great. Now we just gotta get you gigabit.
I wish. It's like they say my cousin-in-law who works for AT&T, who we may or may have issues against, but yeah, my cousin-in-law, he says, fiber's in your area, but you can't get it because they got to run the lines, and they don't want to run the lines for everybody. So in new developments and new neighborhoods and so if there's a subdivision, they run fiber in there.
I feel like that's discrimination, but okay.
It is. It really is.
Go off.
It's really backwards. So if they build a new apartment complex, or they build a new apartment complex or a new subdivision, a new block of housing, they'll just say, oh, we'll just run fiber through it. And I'm like, they can't run fiber through through my old ass neighborhood. Come on now,
nigga, I'll dig the trench.
Brother, I will be there.
I'll say that on behalf of
trenches.
Kevin because I know I won't. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Like,
I
brother,
guess this sucks for me then.
Brother, I will literally be in the trenches with you, laying the cable, because I want that bad boy. You know, because again, it's once you make it accessible enough, that's when it's not that expensive. if you bring it out to a wide market, yeah. Because again, if they don't have to run it, they don't run it.
No.
But if they run it to a wide enough audience, it's still cheaper because everybody has access to it.
Wasn't that a campaign promise for Biden?
Shit, if I don't even know at this point.
I know it ain't on Kamala's.
They just said we might take another crack at student loans again. I'm like,
I don't believe
we'll see if that. Well, I believe it when I see it too. I don't got student loans, but I know my peoples do.
At least I redid my loans when I was unemployed. So. Right. One, they're on pause right now. So they're on another pause right now for me. But when they restart, they're at the unemployed rate and not my employed rate. But I still might put a little bit more in it.
What's the clap button? Hold on. The clap button must be right there. Let's go. Put some air horns in there. And a quack. There you go. And more claps. Because I'm telling you right now, on the unemployed rate is amazing.
It should have been zero. It should have been zero, but it was $8. I think it's like $18, and I'm like, well, that sucks. But now I'm looking at, oh, that's all. Oh wait, but then I have to do this again. I have to recertify next year. So
I'm like, it's wild though the amount of people that borrow, and I know we're going on another bit of a tangent, but if it's like on the lower ebb of the amount of the huge influx of borrowers, they could literally put the interest cap this interest at 0 or cap the interest at like 2 to 3%, and they still would make more money. With that level, with that amount of people going to school and the amount of borrowers every single year, because every year everybody graduates high school and goes into college, by just even capping it by 3%. The amount of money that they could get back on just 3%.
You have Reagan to thank for that.
And yes, you have Reagan to thank. You have Reagan to think about. You have Reagan to think of that, and you have Reagan to think of it, and you have Clinton for not even trying to keep it in check. Real talk.
Because neoliberalism,
yeah.
Excuse me. iPhone users, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I see it quite often. Excessive heat warning alerts on an iPhone. iPhone users are being notified about an excessive heat weather event, though Apple's weather app, through Apple Weather's app on iPhone. While the weather event is happening in Santa Clara Valley region of California, the alert says that the occurrence is happening in an area nearby, regardless of where you live. Now, the suspected reason for this was because people may have the default Cupertino location still on their phone.
Yeah.
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
And I am still getting this alert. Now, granted, 80 degrees to me is excessive heat. So I'm more inclined to believe it. But when I clicked into it, it's all this was like for California. It's like, this is weird.
I mean, that's 80.
So like Verge wouldn't have noticed because he is close to where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that this is happening in October is a fucking problem.
You're like, I can see. I'm just truly imagining like Merge being like, I can see Cupertino from my house. I can see the Apple campus from my house.
It's floating. It is a spaceship, guys.
Mm-hmm. Spaceship, guys.
But yeah, so for one, if you're in the Santa Clara Valley region, I was in Cupertino the last 3 days, so I actually could see it. Oh, that's dope. Yep. See, here's an update. Emphasis on probably how readers report seeing these alerts without Cupertino saved. There goes that theory. Might just be a bug. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a bug because again, I do not have Cupertino saved myself and saw it a couple of hours ago. I take that back. Not a couple of hours ago because we were literally doing a show, but you get what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, but like I said, for those who are near the Santa Clara Valley region, please take care of yourselves. It does not make any sense that in October it's getting this damn fucking hot.
I'm like, I'm trying to get ready. I'm trying to get ready for my sweater weather. Sweater weather.
The fact that it was like, I was watching Democracy Now! And it's like 113 degrees in fucking Arizona. What the fuck?
I see Arizona is just Satan's booty cheeks. That's all I can tell you right now.
I mean, but Steve,
I ain't trying to, like, I don't, people be trying, Arizona people always be trying to let you know Arizona got so many opportunities, so many cool things, so many cool infrastructure thing going. And I'm thinking to myself, you do forget the fact that it's Arizona, right?
Oh, look, there's a hurricane up there. What are we looking at?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
There's another one.
I got triggered a little bit. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There are clearly 2 hurricanes on this map. My bad, bro.
Oh, there's too many hurricanes, too many slices. There's too many slices.
What? I mean, I can see it's 93 in Omarosa, 97 in Phoenix.
I love the fact that the hurricanes are just chilling out there, being like, "What they do, baby? I'm about to spin the block."
Like, I'm at is like 93 in Hermosillo, but in Sonata it's like 68 degrees. Like, damn, like I feel like that is not that far away. It is like 68 degrees over there. Yeah, this is Coalinga, 93 degrees. The fact that it is 93 in Coalinga but 62 in San Francisco. What the fuck, man?
Yikes.
What is happening?
No.
Like, it's just like this little pocket. Like, it's 98 degrees in Blythe, but in Show Low it's 68. Flagstaff 66 degrees. Like, these temps are all over the fucking map. Oh my God, it's 66 degrees in Phillipsburg, 62 in Colby, 55 in Hugo, 55, 46, 41 degrees in Vale. Can I go to Vale? All right, there's some coordinates here. I'm going to copy it because the link didn't come through properly. Oh, it's my neck of the woods. See, it's like in the mid 60s here, except over here in Durham, it's 70. Why is it Durham? Why is it 70 in Durham? The thing is, it's only like 2 degrees higher. So it's not like it's that bad, but still, it's like when you see like the 10 spot one number higher than the other spot, it's like, ugh. Oh, I don't like that. No, we need low humidity. I need it to be a dry cold. This is like 90 to 100% humidity. I do like these maps though when it like shows the wind and shit. Oh yeah, this is that dry heat.
I mean, it's a dry heat, you know.
I thought that was like just the temperature, but yeah, he said like now that Takal said that this is the humidity map. So, oh, okay, this is dry, and this is just swamp ass.
Yeah, that's kind of what you want. You want what you call a dry heat.
You should overlay this map with the Sundown Town tracking map. Ooh.
Are you talking about the green book? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, the green book ain't never left.
It's 87% humidity. Oh, sorry, Kev. There's another one.
No.
Oh shit! Wait, there's one right here too. It looks like that one's about to die out. Click this button. Ooh, yeah, this one's about to die out. But yeah, this one's forming up. That one's forming up. Okay, that just looks bad. I don't even know if I won't be up though. That just looks horrible over there. I'm good. I'm just gonna stick down here. All right, I'm done. We should have seen this map earlier this summer. Heartbreaking in some places. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Let's see. I'm gonna say yeah, Apple did pull the software update. They pulled 3 software updates this month. But just before I took my nap today, they had put out those updates, I think, that were taken down. There's a live map being updated at the moment, tracking known and suspected sundown towns, most of them being in the Midwest. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Midwest.
Yeah.
People always say,
last minute tech news.
Like,
Tesla recalls over 27,000 Cybertrucks over laggy reverse cameras.
Yep.
Yes, Dodgen, please send me that. I would love to have that information. Now that I can fly again, we'll know, hey, this is where I will buy airplane tickets to and not drive through. Or I don't know, maybe one day I will take that vacation and drive across the country. Yeah, so Tesla's recalling over 27,000 Cybertrucks over a laggy reverse camera. Wouldn't be that big of an issue if you can actually see out the back of the Cybertruck. But oh no, the tonneau cover. It's just got to be in the way. I was talking about, so obviously, I was in that car accident last week, and I was talking about having, like, there's a potential that I may have to get a new car. We don't know yet. We're waiting to hear back. Because I am not at fault. My actual car, my actual car insurance will not cover it because I was driving for Uber. Uber will not cover. Well, Uber will cover it, but they're saying, hey, it will cost $2,500 for them to do it. So I'm still waiting to hear back from the at fault party. Yes, $2,500. So I'm like, So I'm borrowing my mom's SUV for the time being. Well, at least I think I'm supposed to be getting it tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least Saturday at the latest, because got something going on this weekend. But yeah, I was sitting talking about like having to possibly replace a car when I was chilling with my dad, my brother-in-law, my brother-in-law and my niece's fiance. I'm not sure what that is. Nephew-in-law. I don't know how that works. Anywho. And it's like, yeah, so I want a Jeep, but they don't have good gas mileage. My dad was like, I'll sell you this truck. Now he has a GMC Sierra High Country. That is a big boy. Big old boy. I don't think he's had it lifted, so I want to say that if I were to look it up, it would actually just be the size. I can't remember what year it is, but I mean, almost. Yeah, well, shit. It almost seems like the regular one is just about as fucking big. Yeah, these are all Silverados. Maybe it was a Silverado. I thought it was Sierra, but maybe it is a Silverado. Don't matter. But yeah, he said he wanted, like he said, he sell me that one, and I'm like, dude, the truck is so big. And granted, my brother-in-law is really, really short. I was like, no offense to you, dog, but we would not be able to see him over the hood of your truck if he was standing right in front of it. To which he turned on a front camera and rear camera, said, yeah, we can see him even after I run over him. And I said, dog, like that's not okay, man. Like
my legit brother. No,
that was my dad. That was my dad who was telling me that.
my father. No.
No.
I don't think I want a car to where I'm like, did I hit something? I don't know.
And they got to turn on cameras to see it.
Right.
So things like this Cybertruck are like, why do they exist? Why are they so fucking huge? And then you're sitting there selling something where panels are falling off, pedals aren't properly attached, and now your camera is not working? Shit's a fucking problem, dog.
Yeah, it is.
This shit's a fucking problem. Also, my music stopped. Why did my music stop? So yeah, Tesla Cybertrucks running version 2024 35.5 or 2024.32.5.2 or later could have a condition where the reverse camera feed may appear blank for up to 6 to 8 seconds if the customer tries to back up before the vehicle completes a shutdown and boot up process. Federal regulations require reverse camera feeds to appear within 2 seconds. And of course, another update is going out over the air. I'm sorry, like, I know maybe I was being excessive when I complained about over the air updates the first time or the second time. But when you have to issue as many fucking updates for a car in a year, maybe you aren't hiring the best people.
Indeed.
This is one that I will blame. No, I still can't blame the workers for this. It was the management who hired them.
Like I say, deep down, management.
And this is the man who says like he is the smartest person. People say he's the smartest person in the world. Dog, your trucks and your software are shit. Oh, dodging. Exactly. Like, I feel like these trucks need to be grounded until they verify this shit. Every fucking thing.
Yep.
This is because, I mean,
first it was the pedals. And then the overall, it's like the pedals recall. And then it was the overall badly, build quality.
Oh, a Tesla staple. That's how you know you have an original Tesla, a certified Tesla banger.
Right. Brakes.
If the door panels, the gaps and everything are inconsistent or falling off, you know you got a Tesla.
Because they were really truly there were people who were questioning the Model 3s, like build quality. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, when you were putting a truck into that, like, okay.
Oh, keep in mind the cheapest Model 3 is no longer being listed.
No. Because I have I have been really truly have been watching a lot of like Cybertruck is shit videos because
Oh,
of which there are plethora
yeah.
of. There's a lot of, and I think that there are like the majority of the people that do. The one I did watch was like Rich Bills, and I think I sent. I just
You might have. You sent it to me when I was in a low place, so I have not watched it. I keep forgetting
I
it's
would
there.
I would recommend it. I would recommend it
Yeah,
because
I
I
gotta
think you would
watch
like
that.
it
Yeah, you sent it to
because
me
it's
when I was
like
in the sunken place, and it was like, I don't
yeah,
want to watch a damn video right now.
it was sad. It was your different of Sad Boy Hour. It was like your version of Sad Boy Hours. Where Sad Boy Hours for me is like I will watch anything and everything, but I don't like talking to people.
Yeah,
Your version of Sad Person Hours is like I don't want to talk to no. I want to do nothing.
if it ain't originating from me, I don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah, my version of Sad Boy Hours is like I just want to watch something that's not what's going on in the world. Satisfying videos, food videos. Let's talk
Oh
about
no,
that.
no, I'll watch those. Oh, I'll
Right.
watch those like current event shit because like no, I need to be mad at somebody. The
Right.
fuck is he up to?
Right.
I'm about to go pay Izzy a fucking visit.
Yeah. Some people are about to pull up on this. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Blue Star bit off. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
About to about to hit that dabka.
Mm,
This is what the first
mm-hmm,
dance I'll ever learn.
mm-hmm. Get it ready. Get your tootsie toes ready.
Yep.
But but yeah, it's just a poorly built thing. You know, it's just poorly built, and it's just like poorly built in a as a car standpoint, and poorly built as an EV standpoint, and poorly built as a truck. And it's like it's just poorly built as a vehicle with four wheels. Like so for this level of amount of bad things to keep constantly happens, only proving that like Tesla is pretty much like beta testing every one of his cars. Like y'all, anybody that buys it is a beta tester. No, I'm sorry, you're an
Honestly, I feel
alpha
like
tester.
it is a perfect allegory for capitalism. We see this as shit,
Yeah,
but people are still buying into it, and it's like,
yeah.
no, this is the best thing ever. While everybody else just looks at, oh my god, do you see how dumb and stupid they look?
Do you see how
Ugh.
weird you are right now, bro?
Ugh.
Like,
I can't
like, dude, what?
even.
Yeah, it's that level of like it's like it's really does feel like there are days where it's like the emperor's no clothes. The emperor has no clothes on. And
Yep.
we're just like, yeah, and I'm like, here I am looking at a naked ass emperor.
Can't tell them
And y'all
shit.
pretend can't tell him shit though.
Moving on to gaming. Steam will let you sue Valve now. They've
That's
removed
now
the
that
arbitration clause.
that when I saw that it was literally like Gabin said you could sue him now. And I'm like, yeah, you sue me, bro. And I'm like, okay. I'm not saying Gabin is a good rich man. I'm just saying Gabin is a better rich man than a lot of the rich men who rich men.
Well, it says down here, Steam doesn't say why it decided to suddenly remove the forced arbitration clause. As pointed out by 404 Media, a group of plaintiffs recently challenged Valve's forced arbitration policy and were able to file a class action lawsuit over Steam's dominance. So this might be in response to that.
I'm laughing at like Diogen's like comment being like suing Gabin, but you have to face him in knife combat.
That's what the
And
forced
I'm like,
arbitration was.
yeah, that was a knife combat.
Yeah, that was forced arbitration right there. Because you don't
Yeah,
discuss what happens in forced arbitration. So it was
yeah,
just a knife fight.
that was a knife fight. This is like you. This is like This is like you actually have an opportunity. But why was that? Why did I think about that when it was like, you remember, you know Avatar, right? Avatar:
Yep.
Last Airbender. Remember Zuko, and Zuko had the Zuko had the duel,
Oh, the
and
Agni
then
Kai?
the Agni Kai, and he was like, oh, he thought, oh man, I got to do the Agni Kai with the guy that I charmed, and then what happens? He turns around and is dead, and it's his dad, Fire Lord Orsai, and I'm thinking like that's like just when you thought, oh, it happened in his court, in his council, and Orsai was like, yeah, son, you popped off in front of me, and I can't have that, baby. Sorry.
Because you didn't disrespect him, you disrespected me.
You disrespected me in my house, in my place.
Damn.
Now I got to burn you, son. I'm sorry, Daddy. Please put your talk about. I won't fight you, Well, I'm gonna fight you. So get ready, son. Yeah.
Nah, you were playing. It's not a knife fight. You play Gabe in Tekken 8 on top of an actual volcano.
On the actual volcano, it's like, you'd be like, sorry, son. I literally have to cook you. Yeah. and then you see Iroh look. Oh no. Iroh's like,
You know, the sad thing is, I wasn't sure if you were talking about Tekken. The sad thing is, it actually fucking works in both scenarios. I literally have to cook you.
I have to cook you now.
Whether you get these hands or you get this volcano.
Either way, cook.
The way I love media, in which sons get cooked by fathers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hayashi and Kazooie. I'm like, sorry, Dad, I get to throw you off the mountain. Yeah.
A PS5 update that screwed up game backgrounds was just a bug. Apparently earlier this week, some PS5 users were noticing that when you were hovering over a game, it would show an ad. Later on in the day, people realized that the ad was old. And then PlayStation finally came out and said, oh, wait, sorry, this is a bug. This isn't meant to be shown. We didn't mean to do any of this. Sorry. And then they fixed it. But then they broke something else. The PlayStation Network went down. This is outage number 2 this week. PlayStation Network went down. It should be back online now. It does not seem like they've had an explanation as to doesn't seem like they've mentioned why the outage happened. Sony hasn't announced the cause of the outage and barely acknowledged it was even happening across the social media accounts or with social accounts, with the only statements coming from a Japanese PlayStation support page on Twitter, leaving users and game developers across other regions to notify each other about the servers being offline. The issue doesn't seem like it was related to whatever bug was also messing with the home screen artwork for PS5 games, which has also since been fixed. Seeing as that this is dated October 1st, it seems like both Verizon and PlayStation were down at the same time. Which, I mean, it's only 2 companies, but somebody might have tripped over a cord somewhere.
Yep. Oh.
Original Horizon Zero Dawn being removed from Epic Games Stores following remaster announcement. Which makes me wonder, if Epic doesn't allow for in-place upgrades like Steam does.
Yeah.
Which means Sony is removing the original to put the new one there.
Yep. And in remasters that nobody asked for or wanted.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna cost me $10. It's gonna cost me $10. It's gonna cost me $10. It's gonna cost me $10.
And nobody wanted that.
I mean, you're right, but it's gonna cost me $10.
It's gonna cost you $10. I'm like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, who asked for it though? Not me. I want this.
I'm starting to wonder if we're going to start just be playing games, like the same games over and over again in perpetuity at this point.
I mean, yeah,
Like at a
but
certain point, like what are we getting to the diminishing returns of this? Because somebody did ask when I posted the story on
right,
Mastodon, I was like, well, not this one, but when I posted the remake story,
right.
um, like at what point, like they were like, this game came out on the system prior.
It
What
was the
could you
previous
do?
system.
And it's like, well, you can now run this game and it looks like the PS5 version,
Yeah,
which
but
for some
that's
people
the
that may be
texture pack.
enough, but yeah, it's like, is that enough?
I mean, for real talk, that's a texture pack. Real. That's better. That's better textures, better lighting.
Because it's not like the game had, I don't think it had ray tracing. So,
No, no PS4. No,
no, I mean, I'm talking about Forbidden West on PC.
probably not.
I don't think it had ray tracing, or at least I don't
Mm-mm.
remember using it.
Yeah,
And I'm
but
also slowly getting into that camp of, you know what? I mean, I was here for the ray tracing, but also,
DLSS stuff.
do I care?
Mm,
Like, it's a deal. Like, it's like I'm now more interested in the cards for
yeah.
the DLSS technology.
Right. It used to be like in the beginning when it was like starting out, it was like ray tracing, volumetric lighting, being able to see things and look. It looked pretty
But
and
even then, it
nice.
was like,
But even then, it's
that
like, dude,
looks cool, sure,
but I just want it
but
to run
yeah,
better. Like,
yeah,
like give me good FSR support and DLSS, and I'm good. Like, that's it. Be able to make games run on many common denominator PCs. Like, that's what I want.
yeah. Like
I
for
would
me,
prefer
like the
that.
most I want is HDR. Windows, depending on the person you ask, has not figured it out.
No.
Um, and like unfortunately, yeah, like now the only displays I have that will do HDR is my main monitor. And it's like, well, shit, it don't really look that good to where I would need to keep it on. I have to remember to kind of turn it off because when doing this show, it will wash out everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. It's just weird. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like they're going to replace the OG Horizon for the new Horizon and force Epic Game users to repurchase it. Also, that I feel like that argument is being backed up by the fact that the cost of Horizon went up.
Yeah.
After the announcement.
They're telling all the players to be like, turn your face to the sun. Turn your face to the remake, to the remaster. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks that Sony is doing a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, I'm glad that I have. I think I bought Horizon. I think I had bought Horizon. I was gifted Forbidden West.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is, like, I'm glad I have it.
Yeah, I have it on PC as well.
Like, okay, yeah. I will spend the $10. I would like to see what this game looks like with the PS5 visuals. I imagine it's going to have FSR 3, which makes the game run better on my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh no. So that's been confirmed. That has been confirmed. It is a $10 upgrade for OG Horizon on PC.
Yeah, I'm not
because I would not care otherwise.
Yeah.
I would not care about this game. I would not care about the remaster.
It was just something about Horizon for the first time, and then like me playing it for the first time on PS5, PS4, and then buying it again and playing on the PC. That just felt like I just like the combat, the story, the lore. Some of the combat is like pretty solid, but it was just something about like it just didn't clock, like it just didn't like grab me and hold me in the chokehold that so many other games did back in the day of the PS4. Because like and it just really didn't like clock with me. And I said I'm gonna give it a good try on PC, and the good frames and the good frames was just not enough for me to like get, because it didn't grab me like I wanted it to be grabbed.
I mean, and I imagine like if you had played it before and you had finished it before,
right?
It probably would. Like, I don't know if Horizon is a game, that you would go back to. I doubt that I would play through this game again.
Yeah.
When I pay for the remaster.
Yeah.
It's just more like, hey, I will spend $10 to see what this looks like. Okay. Just because, like, again, game journalist or game commentator, gaming content creator. I'll see it, I'll check it out, but I don't like. At least for me, it's like, okay, it was $10, especially now that I will have disposable income again.
Correct.
Because even like if I didn't, like, I think I was somewhat excited because this news, like the news of the remaster came out before the job. So I was so like, maybe I'd pick it up. I'd get the upgrade. Right. If I have $10 laying around somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
Now with the job, it's like, yeah, I will, like, it's October 31st, so I won't get it right away. Because that's like 3 days after the job. But like when that check comes, I might drop the $10 on it.
Right.
Because for me, it's like dropping money to get the DLC for American Truck Simulator. I miss getting those. It's just DLC for me. Right. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to sit there and play through that entire game again. I still have Baldur's Gate through.
Yeah,
I've dropped that for a game that I am testing right now and painting on my iPad.
Yeah.
I think it's Act 3 is Act 3ing to me, and it's making me not want to play on my Steam Deck right now.
Yeah, I have really just been enjoying, when it comes to Baldur's Gate 3, I've just really been enjoying the multiplayer aspect of it. And it's just something about roaming around Faerun with people and doing fights and stuff that I think that is just morally more satisfying for me. I'm still gonna like dabble with the save. I'm still gonna dabble a lot with my my single player save.
Do you have a copy of that multiplayer save we did, or is that, or do I own that?
I think you have that.
Okay.
I think that's you. That's yours. But it's like that game is like, for me, has now become how I feel about For the King 2, where it's just like, that's just going to be something that me and the people are going to play, do runs on that and see how we fare and run into these different.
I mean, you remember why we started playing For the King 2, right?
Right.
Because I wanted to play multiplayer Baldur's Gate, but I could not buy Baldur's Gate.
Right, because it was like, yeah.
So it just gifted me For the King 2 when we played that instead.
Yeah, because it was wild, because I had For the King because they had sent me a key to do content for it, and I did I did like a single player run, and I liked it. And then they gave me a key I realized they gave me 2, and I was like, I knew Sin played For the King 1 a lot. So I sent it to him, and he was like, cool. And then it was like, when it came up, and I'm like, yeah, I want to play it. And then Sin was like, here you go. Because like bought it for you because I would have bought it for me. So yeah.
But yeah, so Sony being Sony, Diogen says charging for an update on PC. Oh man, this is a watershed moment in PC gaming, maybe in the far future. I would imagine, yeah. I don't know.
Only for Sony though.
I don't know. I feel like PC gamers would reject that whole cloth. I feel like because it's Sony, a lot of PC gamers don't fucking care as much.
Yeah.
But I think if somebody who, like, if they've got an established PC base, they're not gonna go for that.
No.
Also do want to point out too that the remaster has that PlayStation Network bullshit built in, which means that people who have bought the game on Steam, the OG Horizon on Steam, cannot get this remaster.
Nope.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like, nobody's really going to care about Sony doing it, because again, Sony has so much fuck shit going on with their shit. It's like, we don't care. We don't care enough to do this or we don't care enough to sit there and make us think about this. But as soon as somebody else does it that is established in the space, there might be a problem.
Yeah, because it's like you're not like I'm not really offended for maybe like the handful of games that Sony has, but I would definitely be like offended if say like Ubisoft had did it or.
Also, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't think people are going to complain. I don't think people are going to complain because think about it. Any other remaster that's come out, there's been the original and then the remaster that both have come out on PC, right?
Right.
Gamers were expected to pay full price for the remaster.
So it'd be like 2 SKUs?
Right. Like it was like, hey, here's the original that came out in like 2015. Here's the remaster that came out in 2024. They're going to sit there and a lot of publishers will force you to sit there and just buy the remaster at full price.
Yeah.
I mean, Indulgent, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Because again, like a remaster is like a game that came out in 2015 and they remastered it for 2024.
Right.
This is a game that came out in 2017 with a remaster in 2024. Well, shit, actually, that's not that far away from what the example I gave. I don't know. Maybe it's something we got to take a look at. And again, like, this is why I wouldn't mind paying $10 for it. I mean, I will say that, hey, it saves space on my hard drive. Yeah, it's a PC release, but also think about like it's the PS5 version 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when the PC version came out? 2020. Okay. Never mind. It's right on the fucking website.
I was gonna say it had to be 20. It had to be like pandemic year.
I don't know. Because it was essentially a PS4 game that came to PC in 2020. Not a PS5 game that came to PC in 2020. I think they'll compare it to the PC version, but I wonder how many upgrades were made between the PS4 and the PC version. I mean, the only thing I could think of is like maybe ultra wide support and frame rate. I'll take a look at that because I don't know. I did not play the PS4 version of Horizon. I missed out. And that's why I was talking to Kev. Like I finished Horizon because I had never played it before.
Yeah, I played.
So yeah, I don't know what the differences are between PS4 and PC, and at the point and at that point in time, I did not care.
I mean, didn't you say like frame rate, like frame rate, DLSS support?
Yeah, DLSS would have been out by then.
Yeah, better textures.
I'll check. I'll go look at like a Digital Foundry video and see what they say.
Oh yeah.
Like I am actually curious now because Dijon is making very salient points here, and I may not be looking at this properly because I'm thinking like they're upgrading a PS4 game to a PS5 game. This is like in enough time, I feel like it's been passed for a remaster, but did they actually do enough?
Yeah.
Like was enough actually done? So I'll take a look at that. And but yeah. Remaster is going to be available on October 31st. $10 on $10 for upgrade on Steam and on PlayStation 5.
Yep.
It's also it seems like it's bumped up. It is now 35 pounds in the UK. Not sure what that translates to in the US.
Yeah. I think I seen it. I think I seen a tweet about it. Let's say it was like 15 on PS4.
Yeah, I think it doubled in price from what I heard.
Yeah.
let's see.
Man,
If it came out in 2020, I still was using a 1080 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say I finished it before I upgraded to my 3080. Oh, wait, I did not play this at launch. I probably played this when I was switching from 1080 to 3080 Ti. Because, Kev, did you play this on your 3080 Ti?
This?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So then, yeah, because you got yours just after I did.
Mm-hmm. It looked really good.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll take a look. And yeah, I guess a verdict will be rendered at some point. Somebody has to spend $10 on this. Why not me? I am back to my old ways. Oh no. BB was a PS4 title and upscales to PS5 pretty much automatically. Oh, Bloodborne. That game needs a remaster. I'm not going to play it, but I will unequivocally say that Bloodborne needs a remaster.
Like for my Soulsborne homies, yeah, it definitely needs
just because I like to see it. I've seen that game play at 60 FPS. I'm like, yo, we should do something about that.
Mm-hmm.
A remake. I will even give it a remake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Bluepoint. What y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, let's keep it going. Kev, somehow we made the show last longer than we usually do.
Yeah, we usually sailing through ours.
After laying off 830 employees in 2023, Tim Sweeney says Fortnite maker Epic is now financially sound.
Mm-hmm. Now,
fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Just fuck you.
Agreed. I mean, real talk, y'all be giving away a lot of games though. So
Tycho, however,
the cow.
I'm sorry, man. Like, if the PS5 could play Bloodborne at 60 FPS, I would leave it alone. But that game is locked to 30, no matter what system it's on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bloodborne can play at 60 FPS on a PS5 with no mods.
It can, but
does it?
It don't. It don't.
Oh my God. So many bad bets.
Mm-hmm.
Look, well then get From to unlock it. I'm not saying, look, I'm just saying like something has to happen for that game to be able to play at 60 FPS right now.
Mm-hmm.
Something just needs to happen. Mm-hmm. Like look at Elden Ring. Even though Elden Ring struggled initially, I'm still not even sure where that is on PCs or even on console, but I feel like Bloodborne can hit 60 on these newer systems. Somebody need to unlock that shit. But yeah, before we go, fuck you, Tim Sweeney.
Yep, agreed.
In more layoff news, Hi-Rez Studio suffers layoffs as Smite 2 struggles in early access.
Because nobody wants to play Smite 2. People just want better Smite 1.
This is the Overwatch 2 scenario.
Yeah.
We don't want a sequel. Just, it's a live service game. You could just do the changes in live service. What are we doing?
It's like you could just make the changes and update the visuals, and you don't have to make a whole new game to do it. A better, just better, just a better engine change or better engine support. Clean up the visuals, more quality of life improvements, maybe a UI change, refresh. That's all people need. You save money.
And back to Cal, who is still arguing this Bloodborne thing. If it's the engine, let's get a remake. Put it on Unreal Engine 5.
Put on Unreal Engine 5. Done. What are you doing?
Put it on Godot. No,
Oh,
don't do that.
no,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
How else can they get you to rebuy your skins? Yeah, fuck that.
You're not. You're not. You're not gonna rebuy your skin. You're not gonna rewrite your skins.
From
And if
don't
they
use
do the
Unreal, that's never gonna happen.
and if they do the Unreal and they do the thing with Unreal, they do the thing with Overwatch 2 by closing Spite 1, you're gonna see a mass exodus from the site.
Yep.
And they don't, because you're not the only mobile game in town, baby.
Again, this is why I said we need to get Bluepoint on it. We need to get Bluepoint to use Unreal. Look, what was Dead Souls put on? What did it develop? What did Bluepoint develop Dead Souls on? Use that.
Yeah, use that. We got a remake of Demon Souls before we got Bloodborne remake.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Demon Souls came out first.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I would imagine Dark Souls would be next.
That's what I'm saying. Dark Souls.
We're about to get a sequel to fucking Elden Ring before we get a fucking like a remake or a remaster of Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we got it's like 2 iterations of a series.
The one thing we want people to we want a dev to remake or remaster, and they give us Horizon. Kev, are you ready for it? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Ready for this next story?
Yes.
Outage number 3.
Let's go.
Xbox Network suffers major outage, game launching and more affected, update issues now resolved. I'm going to say that this outage happened when I sold my Xbox, so I think I might have been the cause to this. Sorry about that. I came back home after I sold my Xbox to realize the Xbox Network was down.
Oof. Like yikes.
So yeah, nothing. It seems there's no update as to what caused its problems, but yeah, Xbox was also down this week. So Verizon, PlayStation Network, Xbox Network. It's not a good week. It's not a good week for Apple. It's not a good week for consoles. Not a good week for mobile carriers. And Xbox Game Pass October games have been announced, and I think it's a sad day when I have to say that I am probably done with Game Pass. I think I'm done. Because they are not putting shit out. The fact that MLB just came out in October when it came out at launch, it used to come out at launch, is really weird. But I guess, you know, Sony had to get some of that back. Scorn. You remember Scorn?
Yeah.
Scorn's going away. Okay, what are your thoughts on Game Pass? Is this you still hanging on, or is it circling the drain for you?
There is just, because you know how I do Game Pass. I do Game Pass, as like
it gives you a ton of indies.
Yeah, I'm the indie guy, so yeah. As long as it gives me a lot of indie games to try that I would not even have, you know, a remote access to or never would have thought of, and it allows me to be able to play games that I've never really would have considered, because I just either A, I don't have enough time, B, there are other indies that I want to check out, or, you know, so it gives me the ability to check out games that I would not even have access to, like games like A Little to the Left, Big Kitty, you know, like Little Kitty Big City.
Wasn't Open Roads already on Game Pass?
Yes, and I beat that, and I played that, because that was a game that
PC
I did.
Only?
I don't.
Because here it's listed as coming out on console.
Oh no! That's the standard. Because you know how there was like the Game Pass Ultimate. It was on Game Pass Ultimate. It left, and I think it's going to like.
Oh shit!
because
Oh,
they
this
have the
is
whole
going to be weird.
yeah, because they're doing the whole like when they say like PC, when they say like ultimate PC and standard,
Oh.
that just means it's
So
available
MLB The
for
Show was already on Game Pass. It's just now being made available to standard members.
to standard people. Yeah.
Oh my!
So
I hate
yeah,
this shit.
I hate it
Now
too.
I'm starting to really fucking hate it.
I hate it too. I really hate it too because it's like
That is so confusing. Like I was like
yeah,
again, like I said, like MLB The Show usually comes out day one
yeah,
on Game Pass.
yeah,
I could have sworn this did.
yeah.
And the fact, like, I looked over, I was like, wait a second, I played fucking Open Roads on
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Now,
It's standard above core.
no, standard is core. It's worse than core, but it's what's core. It's what core was.
It's what core was, but then it's just like it's Game Pass, but without the day one exclusives. So if you have like a game comes out, it's not going to come out on standard. It's gonna come out on ultimate, and then at some point it'll go to standard, and then you'll have access to it on standard Game Pass. It's nuts what they're doing with it.
What do you mean it signed me out of my? I didn't even want to sign into Microsoft, let alone be signed out of it.
As well.
Fuck, Mike, what are y'all doing?
I think what happens when it went down, it just signed people out because that's what I for reasons logged into my Xbox to log into my Xbox to check it, and I was logged out of my Xbox. I had to get up and I had to log back into my Xbox.
So yeah, core you get 25 plus games. Standard you get more of them.
You basically get
hundreds.
You get access to Game Pass, but you don't get the day one exclusives.
Yeah.
You don't get the day one games.
You don't get the EA shit.
Right. You don't get the EA. You don't get the EA Play. The stuff that was included, you don't get
cloud gaming.
Or cloud gaming now. So eventually, games will be made available for standard, but you just won't get the day one exclusive. So say like you want to play like Call of Duty 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Black Ops 6.
Black Ops 6. You can't play it on standard, but at some point, maybe, fingers crossed, it might make its way to standard.
I would not be surprised if it hits in July, like Modern Warfare 3 did.
Yeah. So
I'm still waiting for them to release Modern Warfare 2 on that shit. That's the one I wanted to fucking play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Modern Warfare 3 is not good.
That
story is not good.
It was not great.
Like I typically don't play Modern Warfares. I typically don't play Call of Duty games. I like to watch people play Call of Duty games. I usually tap into the gameplay channels and watch them play the games.
It's the political intrigue for me.
Yeah,
like in espionage, like it's gotten real. Like that reboot of Modern Warfare was really fucking good.
Yeah, I have good things about it.
And I want to see what Black Ops 6 is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That actually did look good too.
Yeah.
And actually pretty decent at the multiplayer. But then again, it was in the beta. Who knows? Like, the good people may not be playing the beta because they want to. Well, that doesn't make sense. That definitely doesn't make sense. That the good players aren't playing Modern. We're playing the beta.
Mm-hmm.
Figure they'd be all over that.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your previous question, I typically use it as kind of like a way to like rent games that I wouldn't have access to or have ability to have access with games, or to be able to play multiplayer games with my people.
That's right.
Because it allows us to play games that we wouldn't necessarily all have access to.
Yeah.
I.e. like space lines, i.e. moving out, i.e. State of Decay 2.
Well, I mean, we could play those on PC without having to pay for it. So,
I mean, yeah. I mean, it would just be we would have PC. You play it through PC Game Pass.
I'm just saying, like, we wouldn't have to pay for the online. We could just buy State of Decay 3 or State of Decay 2 and just play it.
Yeah, but that would often will cause us to be like, this is the game in which we would play. Like typically with those games is like when we buy games like this is either A, we all had it because we all played it, or we were going to play with other people, or
so
we
is
got
Game Pass the only way we can verify that we can play multiplayer games together?
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
For a long,
why can't I quit you?
Yeah, it was legit. Like if say I said let's play Core Keeper, and instead of all of us playing Core Keeper because we may not know if we're all gonna commit to Core Keeper. I've committed to Core Keeper because I'm interested in it on Steam, but then it's like we may not commit to a game, and then we have a game that we're not gonna play on our Steam libraries that we're not gonna play. This was good for us because then we can be like, especially when we did Dead by Daylight, and we were like, okay, we're playing Dead by Daylight for our yearly, contractually obligated spooky stream, and then as soon as we like switched over,
you don't think we got out of that, right?
Huh?
I think we got out of that this year.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna run back Baldur's Gate 3 this month.
Because we're gonna do Baldur's Gate again, yeah.
Yes.
Which I'm fine. Which real talk, I'm fine with that.
Oh,
and then of course we can do.
And then, me too.
And then of course we can do Baldur's, and then we can do Baldur's Gate for Thursday's Holoplays.
Don't forget we got November.
Holoplays. Yeah, we got November.
No, we don't.
And then no,
because that's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Thanksgiving. We don't play Thanksgiving. But we don't play games on Thanksgiving. That's what we do. Holoplays. We can do Holoplays.
Yeah. This all month, just Baldur's Gate.
Dude, I'm doing for me with a good time, bro. Every episode is Baldur's Gate. I don't know.
Tech Talk Baldur Days.
Tech Talk Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I guess Xbox will forever be in my heart.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, it's generally indies because that's how I'm able to play like SteamWorld Build and Manor Lords. I would have never picked up Manor Lords if it was not for Game Pass. And there were just games that I had on my radar strictly because Game Pass. But then also that's how almost I'm playing Frostpunk 2. Because that saved me $40 that I didn't want to spend but would have spent because it was Frostpunk 2. And I'm like, cool, I can be able to play that down. I can play that for a while until sales get better, finances get clear, and then I can actually cop it at a later date. Because that's what I've been doing. I play games that I don't have, and then if I like it, then I'm like, cool, I will buy it on Steam or from Green Man Gaming through Steam and go from there. So it works. It works for me. It works for me in that way. But if those who are like, if I were like, you know what, if I need to save a little money or let it go, I still have an extensive Steam library that I could just literally draw content from. So I'm fine either way. Ooh, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself.
Talk amongst myself. What are we gonna do? Well, I guess I can take this time to, hey, again, thank you everybody for tuning in, for listening. It's not the end of the show, just kind of vamping for a bit until Kev comes back. Yeah, even though there is a job lined up and I'll be starting at the end of the month, do want to remind you guys that, hey, this, because of the car accident, until the work starts happening, until the paychecks start coming in, the Major House Network is kind of in some dire straits right now. Again, it's been years. I want to say Major House has been up for over a decade. And a lot of the services that I create, that I use, and that I enable for other people, I've done out of the kindness of my heart, because again, I believe that these tools that people use every day are tools that they could benefit from. And again, they're lovely experiments that I run that become very useful and have become intrinsically tied to the network. So I do want to remind people that, hey, if you have the ability to do so, and I understand it's still tough out there, that you may not be able to, let's see, I have pinned the link to the top here. If you can, please support at ko-fi.com/Major Linux. It will help kind of pay for some of the server costs that it takes to run a lot of these services that keep things going, like the Twitch bot, like the Discord bot, DCA, Major's House, Major Linux, Major Mail, all that stuff. So again, if you can toss a few bucks away, that would be great. Really would appreciate it. Again, like, even this is what Uber was taking care of, up until last Wednesday. Was able to get things paid for to where I was able to get the servers back online, but of course a new month ticked over and they're asking for money again. You know, these pesky VPS services always asking for money. So please, if you can support, please go to ko-fi.com/Major Linux. If you're listening to the podcast, if you're watching the YouTube video, I'll have the links in the description below where you can click or you can click and support. Really do appreciate it. Again, you don't have to, but really do appreciate any help that you can send my way as we bring this ugly chapter of my life to a close. Kev is back now, and we're going to move on to the last couple of stories here. Time for some updates. Keep an eye out if you are using Windows 11. The 2024 update is out now with a bunch of with a bunch of useful improvements. There's changes to the start menu, the file explorer, settings, and more. Apparently there's some HDR support in here as well. Phone link updates. Oh yeah, they're adding sudo to Windows, allowing developers to use the popular command from Unix-based operating systems. It's useful for developers who want to test scripts, and Microsoft is using sudo inside of Windows to let developers run elevated tools directly from an unelevated console session. Windows 11 2024 update also includes support for Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth LE audio, and improves performance for the latest AMD desktop CPUs. So yeah. I have checked. It does not seem like mine was available. I'm still on 22H2. I did not even know 23H22 was a thing. Apparently, I'm still running on 22H2. I'm not sure if it's because I'm on professional. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Windows 11. There's a big Windows 11 update coming your way, possibly. And in deals from September 30th to October 7th, which means you have 4 days to go, Turn-based RPG Fest is now live on Steam. So get all those turn-based RPGs that you enjoy, that you love and enjoy. I've definitely gotten some notifications that, hey, this game that's in your wish list is on sale. So definitely take advantage of that. Kev, we have made it, finally, to the end of the show. What you got going on this week, buddy?
Well, for the most part, cleanup and whatnot. It's been what would you consider to be a arduous process? I fear. But yeah, cleanup and sorting out, sourcing food, and securing shelter, like checking the shelter. But yeah, for the most part, just being thankful to just be here and checking in on me and mines more, and yeah, nothing too much. And then of course playing copious amounts of Balatro on my iPad, because I would say it almost surpassed the amount of time that I played on my PC and Steam Deck, but that is not true. The PC and Steam Decks had many hours. I feel like that the iPad version is going to be vastly approaching. Also, doing games and catching up with a bunch of content that I missed because of said blackout. So I did 2 videos today. I think I uploaded one, and I'm gonna be finishing editing and exporting that one to then go on tomorrow, to be uploaded for tomorrow for the weekend. And then of course just basically just getting videos out and up and out of the way, and such, and also playing more of Recycling Center Simulator, which I did not think I was going to like as much as I did. I don't know if it's going to be this year's Power Wash Simulator, but it's getting pretty close. Like it's really, I think Supermarket Simulator is still the better core loop, but it does have some good qualities. It's highly repetitive though. I mean, it's really, really, truly repetitive. I don't think it's repetitive in the point where I'm like not gonna have fun, but I'm like, I'm doing the repetitive parts, so I don't have to do the repetitive parts as much. But it's got legs, and I do like it. And finally also be able to play that DLC that I would have played, that I bought and was going to play, and then couldn't because the power went out. It's the Against the Storm. I think it's like Keepers of the Stone. It's like the first paid DLC. It's like Keepers of the Stone, which adds a brand new race, frog race, and yeah, it's. I have logged. I think I've clocked like 60 hours on Against the Storm. It's a roguelite city builder. So much fun. Like, yeah, I've clocked nearly 60 hours, like 58.1. So yeah, I am probably I might dabble a little bit with that. Maybe make a video. Maybe also make some content. I'm trying to get content out of the way before the Steam Next Fest pulls up, and yeah, and that's it.
Let's see here. I am stop.
Stab it.
Yeah.
Stab it.
Trying to see if I have to. Oh shit! I actually have to buy this. So yeah, I guess I won't be playing this DLC. I thought the Shattered Space DLC was free. It's not.
Oh no.
Starfield. No. So yeah, guess that's not on my list of things to do. What is on my list of things to do is this Saturday. And I would say check with if you're interested, check in a state near you, because apparently it is a nationwide action that is happening. But I do know North Carolina is participating in. October 5th, 1 year of genocide, 1 year of resistance. We are having our statewide rally. It is an international day of action. So yeah, check with your state, your province, what have you, and what country you live in. We will be rallying and marching for not only Palestine, not only for Palestinian liberation, but for solidarity and allyship with Lebanon, for Syria, as we have entered, specifically for Palestine, as we are entering into 1 year of this genocide, which actually will be 1 year on October 7th, 2024, which is on Monday. I am working on getting a vehicle so that I can be able to travel freely and do this. Even though my wife has offered to take me to downtown Raleigh. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
That's sweet of you to offer, but
it is, but no, you don't want to do that. You'll get lost. And then having to wait for you to come back when all this is over. I don't even know when it's going to be over. And it's North Carolina. It's humid. I don't want to be waiting. The way my anxiety works after this, I'll be like, I'm out. Wait, what thing? I have a lot of things. Which thing are we talking about? So yeah, definitely check. See if there is a march happening near you. I know that some organizations are organizing bus rides for events. I know Charlotte's doing it. I would say that Asheville, like we have a PSL chapter in Asheville, but yeah, they are currently dealing with something else, which is definitely more important. I mean, this is going to sound insensitive, but it's definitely kind of an important thing given the fact that, you know, hey, there is no road that leads into Asheville now. It got washed away. So yeah. And again, speaking of that, definitely heart does go out to to those who were affected by Hurricane Helene. Please definitely check out. I know there are a lot of places that are collecting materials like food, water, blankets, just supplies to go to the affected region. So definitely please check. I'm pretty sure any and everybody is getting into it because it's a good PR move. So definitely check that out. I know Apple is doing some stuff. I've gotten 50 million emails from like local businesses, mainly car dealerships that I have dealt with. So, hey, we are trying to support. So definitely please help out if you can. Again, all of this is related. We need to help each other, whether they are in our backyard, whether they are across the country, or whether they are across the world. So outside of that, nothing else is really going on. Again, everything is just kind of on a chill down mode until the end of the month. Things might come up there. Oh, there might be a stream. I do not know when, because I do not know when I'm supposed to go pick up a vehicle. I think it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow or if it's going to be on Monday, but, I do have a new game. Was given a key for it, and I do want to show it off. Also, normally there would be a YouTube video, but they said I had to stream it. So, hey, you're going to get a stream from me. It is a game that I would not have streamed. Because it's a lot of hurry up and waiting. But I have spent time in this game. I was not even sure if I was going to cover it. But it's like, well, one, they gave me the key. I should probably do that. Two, it is now 4 a.m. I have now figured out how to play this game, and I am in it. So, yeah. Definitely cannot wait to show you all what this is. It is really, for me, it's really fun. It scratches an itch that I like. It is made from a genre of games that I do like, but get frustrated with. And they made one that is simple enough.
Okay.
It's very simple. I will just say, think satisfactory. But simple. And no, not Factorio. I have not played Factorio. But,
same.
I heard it's the same. But no, this is... You know what? I will say, like, Merry Satisfactory and Cookie Clicker.
Okay.
Like, I think it is available. Like, the game is available on Steam. It is out now, but I want to keep it a surprise until the stream is up.
Okay.
So yeah, look forward to that. I will keep everybody updated as to when that's going to happen. Probably when you see that, hey, I went live. If I went live and it's not Thursday, I'm probably playing that game.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's it. I'm not sure what Sin's doing. Again, wish him safe traveling mercies while he is on the road. I believe Anka might be on the road as well because DreamHack is this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, I think Anka might be on the road as well. So again, I hope they are all safe as they are traveling on these highways and byways. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. On behalf of Kevin Kev, on behalf of Cynthia, on behalf of the GOAT, Idios and Anka, I have been your host this evening, Marcus Major Linux, Summers, twitch.tv/Major Linux. Of course, remember you can help out going to code-feed.com/Major Linux to help out with server cost for the next couple of months. Really would appreciate support. Again, not required. Really would appreciate it. With all that being said, of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream where you couldn't read the tech and gaming news yourself, but you said no thank you. We expected a speedy stream and you kept us here all night. And for that, I say I'm sorry. I'm legitimately sorry. But we have something to talk about. It's Tech Talk Father's Day. And on that note, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is nobody's going to save us but ourselves. I love you. And peace. How?
Wakanda forever.